blouse today. Whenever the weather starts to get warmer, I realize that I don't really have a lot of just like nicer daytime cool shirts that I can just throw on when I'm going to meet up with friends and go to brunch, go out during the day. And I'm gonna make that now. I have a shirt that I got from the Gap. I don't even know how long ago. Could have been in my early 20s, could have been in high school. I can't even tell you, but it has been one of my favorite shirts in my wardrobe, and I am going to recreate it today with a little bit of changes. So let's go into the sewing room and I'll show you the shirt. Okay, here she is. She's so cute. She has this little V-neck detail with a seam down the front. She has this little ruffle neck. She has a little peplum bottom. This is like very lightweight fabric, so I normally wear a tank top underneath it. And she's longer sleeve with this little elastic bottom, but I think for mine, I'm gonna make it a short sleeve. So this is what I'm gonna recreate. And I'll show you the fabric that I'm going to use. And this is the fabric that I'm gonna use. It's this lighter weight cotton, but it will drape really nicely. And because it's a little heavier, that's why I wanna make it a short sleeve shirt. I was a little worried that this pattern, it's small, so it might look a little busy, but I think because it's a shirt, short sleeve, I think it will be okay. And this will look nice with lighter denim or darker denim. So I'll be able to wear it with anything. So I'm going to iron this and then start tracing the shirt. So after I ironed my fabric, I took the shirt and I took some measurements from the rectangular pieces of the shirt. So the peplum I measured, it was about 6 inches down and about 31 inches across. And I added 1/2 inch on each side for seam allowance. So I need 2 of those. I measured half of the neck, which was 9 inches. So doubled that, and that was how big I needed my ruffle to fit, plus double it because I was making it a ruffle. And then add that measurement to the ties to see how long I needed my tie fabric to be. So from looking at the shirt, I'll need 2 pieces from the front, 1 piece for the back, and then 2 sleeve pieces that are gonna be shorter. So this is kind of cool because since there's ruching here, I think this really just goes all the way to the end, and this is like 1 piece straight up with just a little neckline. And I'm gonna do it on the edge because there's a seam here, so I can use this edge for the front and then this folded edge over here for the back, since the back is only 1 piece. So I'm going to trace around the top, cut that out, and then trace around the back.
So I traced all around the front shirt piece with some chalk. And then I later went back in with a ruler to add 1/2 inch for seam allowance. I cut out my 2 front pieces. And then moved on to tracing and cutting the back piece. And I did this again on the fold. So when I unfolded it, I had 2 equal sides. For the sleeves, I knew it was going to be really hard to trace, so I just grabbed a short sleeve template from another pattern that I had, and that worked out really well. Okay, so 2 front pieces, 1 back piece, 2 sleeves, the peplum, the ruffle for the neckline, and then the long string for the front. So I'm gonna work first to put together the bodice piece, the front piece, and then attach that to the back piece. For the front 2 pieces, I sewed up to about midpoint, and then to make that V, I took the edges, folded them in, and kind of hemmed them just to finish the edge for the top. And once that was done, I brought it to my overlocker and I finished just the pieces that I'd sewed together. Then I sewed and finished the shoulder points and the 2 side seams. So far, so good. I'll probably end up trimming this down a little bit. I just wanted to leave it a little higher to measure when, like, I do that little ruffle collar. But I think it's time to add the sleeves.
Yeah.
Once I had sewn the sleeves together and hemmed them, I put right sides together inside my shirt bodice and pinned.
No.
Next up for the ruffle, I sewed the end right sides together on both sides. So when I turned them, it enclosed the raw edge and made a really nice ending edge to the ruffle.
No.
Then I added 2 rows of gathering stitches. Then I took the fabric for my ties in the front and I used a bias tape maker to make the folds.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the part that I've been dreading. So along the neckline, this is all gathered. So I put gathering stitches in my other one because I have to gather the neckline. It has this string that goes on the inside and in between the neckline. So this is the shirt up until the ruffle. So I think I have to sew the neckline to the ruffle and sandwich it with this string and then flip it over and sew the bottom part. If that makes sense. I think that's what's done here. So I'm gonna try it and see how it goes and use lots and lots of pins.
This part ended up being more difficult than anticipated because not only did I have to gather the ruffle, I also had to gather the neckline and the back. So I just kept measuring the original shirt and measuring my shirt and trying to make the measurements match up. And with ruffling like that, it was pretty difficult. And I think when you see the end result, spoiler, I don't think I gathered it in the neckline like the original shirt. But I did the best that I could, and well, you'll see how it looks at the end. I also have at least 20 more minutes of footage of me measuring and remeasuring. So I'll spare you all from that and we can move on to the next step.
Okay, this looks kind of messy. I'm gonna do this step by step. So first I added the ruffle collar, sewing right sides together. Well, this kind of both sides are right. So one side to the right side. And now I'm going to attach this. So the fold is like that. So fold it over, but only to this side of the ruffle, because then I'm going to tuck this over and then sew the bottom. Yeah, because as you can see, the opening is at the top. Can you see that? The opening is at the top, so it's folded around. Oh my gosh, this is so small and my fabric is much thicker than this. So, all right, let's see what I can do here. Oop. Okay, so I've pinned this to the inside of the ruffle, and I'm gonna stitch just on the top, catching the ruffle and the shirt. So catching that seam. Wish me luck. Okay, I'm doing it. I'm getting it done. I also finished the seams inside just to make them a little flatter and have them together, because now I'm going to curl this piece over and over again, pin it, and then stitch the inside to the outside of the shirt. Getting through it. Okay, not too bad. Don't look too closely. So now I'm just gonna close in these ties and add the peplum, and the shirt will be done.
No.
So here's a reminder of the original and my remake.
She's done. I don't know if I like it or not. I think maybe part of the reason why I like the original shirt is because of the pattern, and it's a little sheer. This, as like a cottony t-shirt, blouse, I don't know. I don't know if I like it. Maybe there's like too much going on with everything. I feel like if this was the back and I wore it backwards, maybe that would be cuter. I don't know. You might also see this at a video in the near future of a redo. We'll see. When I finished with it, I was like, oh, I don't like this. And then putting it on, it's growing on me, but I don't know if it's really growing all the way. Well, I hope you enjoyed following along. Anyway, let me know in the comments below how you feel about this shirt. If it's cute, if you like it, if you're not a fan, let me know. Let me know what you think. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you next time. Bye.